Hello students and welcome back to our English slang video series. In this 19th video in our series, the latest video, we will be discussing synonyms or similar words for nothing. Alright, so that we're going to be talking about nothing. But we're not actually going to be talking about nothing, we're going to be talking about a lot of words, a lot of things, a lot of descriptive words that we can use as replacements or with the same meaning as nothing. So I like to do these kind of videos for slang. I'm going to be doing more of them, but we want to think of different vocabulary words. We want to improve our English vocabulary knowledge by thinking of words or synonyms that could replace another word. It's a way to expand our vocabulary, make us more comfortable with the English language. So we're going to go through 10 different synonyms. For nothing, I'm going to describe a little bit about each one, and that's going to be our video for today. We haven't done an English slang video in a couple of months as at the time of this recording, so I'm excited to dive back in. My name is Ben with English from A to Z, and let's get started. So synonyms for nothing. When we would like to use any slang words or descriptive words in general to represent nothing or to define nothing, a complete absence of something or somebody, or just any object or place or thing, or a lack of anything, lacking something, we can use the following English vocabulary words that are usually considered slang words. So number one, we have zero, like the number zero. So zero basically means, starting from scratch, nothing. So that's basically another word to describe nothing. You have $0, you have 0 points. You have zero incentive to do your homework. So that's a few examples. Zilch. I don't think you all have heard of zilch. Zilch is another word for nothing. You have zilch. You have nothing. You don't have any, let's say, any food, any drinks, any homework. You have zilch. You have nothing to bargain with or to spend money on, that kind of thing. Zilch is number two. And then we have three, nada. And nada actually means nothing in Spanish. So it's kind of like a mixture of English and Spanish when you think about it. Nada also means nothing. You got nada, you have nada, you got nothing, you have nada to spend, you have nada to buy, you have nada to bargain with, that kind of thing. So it's similar to zilch or zero. Nada means nothing, and it also means nothing when we translate it from Spanish to English. Blank, you could say I'm drawing a blank, I'm having a blank moment, I'm thinking of blank. It's kind of like a word that also means nothing. I'm thinking of nothing, I have blank, I can't contribute blank. So a blank is kind of like drawing a blank or thinking of blank. There's nothing there. It's also often meant mentally. Your mind is going blank, you're thinking of blank. You're not focusing on anything in particular. We can use blank number 4 there. 5, bupkis, which is, I believe this is a Yiddish phrase. I'm not 100% sure. But if you got bupkis, you got nothing, as the picture here indicates. So bupkis basically means you ran out. You have nothing. You have nothing to use, nothing to do. You got bupkis. Bupkis is another word to express we have nothing. We have a complete lack of anything or a complete absence of something. So you got bupkis. 6 is another word, zip. I got zip, I got nada, I got nothing. Zip is kind of another synonym, another slang word, here. Zip, I got zip, I have zip, you don't got zip. It's kind of a slang word, but zip is just another word we use for nothing. 7, all for naught is kind of like all for nothing. It was for naught, it was for nothing. So it's a little bit different than the other ones. But if it's for naught, it was basically a waste of time. There was nothing accomplished. So when somebody tells you, oh, I got naught, it means I got nothing. I think there's more British English than American English, but you can hear it in the US as well and in other speaking countries. So naught is another word for nothing. And then 8, I'm not sure if this is slang, but I put it in the top 10 here. None. I have none. You got none. We have none. There's none, there's none there, that type of thing. So none is not so much slang, but it is a synonym, so I put it on the list here at number 8. 9, when you think of sports, you think of nil, 1-0, 2-0, 10-0, 30-0. It's often used in soccer, or we call it soccer in the U.S., but football. You could use it in American football, or in baseball even. But it's like 1-0, 2-0. Nil is another word for nothing, and it's similar to zero. So there's a correlation here between number 1 and number 9. 0 and nil. Nil is another word for zero or nothing, but we use it in a sports or entertainment context. So that's another one. And then number 10, hopefully you all have heard in English null and void. Null is like to cancel out, to make it back to nothing, or to go back to the basics, or go back to the beginning. It was null, it was null and void. Null, there was nothing there, there was null impact. So, basically, just keep in mind, you don't have to say nothing all the time. You could say 0, number 1, you could say 2, zilch, 3, nada, 4, blank, 5, bupkis, 6, zip, 7, naught, 8, none, 9, nil, and then 10, null. All right, and there's different meanings. 0 is more for numbers. Zilch is kind of like counting as well, similar to numbers. Nada means nothing there, or no one there. Blank is kind of mentally. You're drawing a blank, you're not thinking at all. Bupkis, it means kind of you have nothing of something. You don't have anything. Basically, zip is you have nothing to do. I got zip to do. Naught, it was for nothing. It was a waste of time, basically. 8 is, there's none in the kitchen, none to do, that type of thing. Nil refers more to sports and activities, when you have nothing. And then null is kind of like to cancel out something, to go back to square one, to basically zero out. I wish I could go into a lot of more details with sentences, but I may do another video on this. But I wanted to start a trend with these English slang videos from now on, where we talk about synonyms or similar words or meanings for more common words like nothing or anything. So you'll often hear slang. You don't always hear nothing when you're studying English. You'll hear 0, nada, bupkis, none, nil, null. You'll hear these kind of words. So I want to explain a little bit of what they mean, the context of which they're used, and how they relate to nothing. Because there's different forms of nothing, from sports to mental acuity to collecting items, or not having anything physically, mentally, socially, you name it. So I thought this was a good video, but I wanted to give you all more vocabulary for your English knowledge in slang format, because you'll hear a lot of slang in English, and there's influences from Spanish culture or the Spanish language to Eastern European languages as well. So you'll hear a lot of influence on English from other languages. So I wanted to make that point too. Thank you very much for watching. I enjoyed doing this latest slang video. Hope to do others soon. It's been a little while. Please check out our other great YouTube videos on our English from A to Z channel. From learning the entire English alphabet from letter A to Z, to fixing your sentence, pronunciation, or other errors to improve your grammar in our Spot That English Error videos, I should say. Don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoyed this video to support us, or hit the subscribe button. I really appreciate it. Below this channel or this video to follow us here on our channel. If you have any questions or would like to learn more about English from A to Z, go to our official newsletter at www.englishfromatoz.com/newsletter. Thank you all again, and see you all soon for another English slang video. Take care now. Bye-bye.